Hello, hi everyone. Welcome back on my channel, Skill Horizon by Sanjay Gupta. So this is day 3 of 100 days Salesforce hands-on challenge. 2 days are already done last week. So this week also I will be um, explaining 2 new challenges. So uh, before I start, just wanted to let you know a few things about me. So let me just show you the slides. Okay, so this I already explained to you last week also. Like this is 100 days Salesforce hands-on challenge series and 2 sessions are already done. In last 2 sessions also I explained about this. One more time I am explaining so that if anybody new to this challenge, they will be able to know. So we'll be solving some real-time scenarios every week twice. So the schedule is Monday and Wednesday 8 p.m. IST. Okay, I will be coming live and will do some hands-on challenge in front of you so that you can also implement, and I will be also providing you all the solutions so that you will be able to learn those things. Okay, so one request I want to do in front of you, like I saw couple of folks shared these challenges on LinkedIn. So if you think these challenges are helping you in learning Salesforce, so what you can do, you can also start sharing this on the LinkedIn. You can implement and then you can share that knowledge in front of LinkedIn with the community. So Skill Horizon is Trailblazer Workforce Partner. So if you want to do any online, offline training, so you can reach out to us. We provide 3-step learning at Skill Horizon. So you will be learning all the concepts, you will be doing lots of hands-on, and you will be implementing real-time projects under my guidance. So these are the things through which you can follow all the YouTube live streams, or if you want to follow Skill Horizon, so you can subscribe to the channel, you can follow us on LinkedIn, you can join the Telegram community. QR code is available in front of you. Okay, so now coming on to the point. So today we have hands-on challenge number 3, and those who already gone through the challenge number 2, so this challenge number 3 is kind of connected with challenge number 2. So if you have already gone through challenge number 2, then only today's challenge you will be able to understand, because I will be doing some modifications in the solution that I implemented in the last challenge, and you can see few points I have already highlighted that I'm going to explain in this particular challenge. Okay, so if I show you the solution of the challenge 2, so in last session, in day 2, I implemented this solution where what we did, we selected particular object from the screen, then we checked which object was selected, then we were having 3 paths. So first path for opportunity, sorry, contact, second path for opportunity, and third path for case. Now what I'm going to do, I will be doing some modification in this. So here if you see, we have these 3 file upload screens available. Okay, we have file upload for contact, we have file upload for opportunity, and we have file upload for case. Now what I'm going to do, the challenge is we need to combine this. Okay, so before I provide some solution, I want to ask questions to everybody, those who are joining, who have joined this session live. So my question is, how we can combine, or like instead of how, can we combine these 3 file upload screen into one? Okay, so the question is, can we have one file upload screen that will be working for all, like contact, opportunity, and case? Can we do that or not? So I just want your response in yes or no. Like, can we combine these file upload screens together so that we can have only one screen? And then whether we are creating contact, opportunity, or case, through that single file upload screen, we'll be able to implement the solution. Just tell me your answer. Okay, I'm getting answers. So people are saying yes, we can. Okay, it is possible. Okay, so if you are saying yes, I think it is possible. So in that case, what we can do, we can give it a try, right? So what I'm going to do, before doing anything with the screen, what I need to do, I need to open this create contact. Now here at the time of create contact, once contact is created, so what we need to do, so right now what we are doing in this file upload, component, we are using create contact. If I open the opportunity one, so here what we are doing, we are using create opportunity. And in the third one, in the case one, what we are doing in this file upload, we are using create case. So in each file upload element, we are using 3 different variables. But if we combine the screen together, so what we need to do, we need to have one variable where either case, opportunity or case record ID should be stored. Because we already know out of these 3 paths, only one path is going to execute. Okay, not all 3 paths will be executed. So only one path will execute, and whatever path will be executed, so the newly created record ID we need to store somewhere. So we need to create a common variable. So I'm going to do that. So first of all, I'm clicking on this top left corner, which is for toolbox. Here we have this button new resource. Okay, so here I'm clicking on new resource and I'm creating a variable. So variable I'm saying as record ID. Okay, it is already used. So let's say new record ID. So whatever new record we are going to create, so that I'm using as a API name. Then data type will be text because ID is alphanumeric, so it should be stored in text. And then available for input output is not required. We can leave it as is. So just create this new resource and then save it. Click on done. So once this new resource is created, now what we need to do, we need to store newly created record ID, either it is contact, opportunity or case, in that particular variable. So I'm opening this, and here we have this option. If I zoom in, so here we have an option, manually assign variables. Okay, and if you click on that option, manually assign variables, so here we have a variable option available. So here I am populating this new record ID variable. So what will happen when your contact will be created through this create record element? So automatically the newly created record ID will be stored into this variable, new record ID. Okay, so this modification I'm doing here in this element. Okay, this is just a second. Yeah, that is saved. If I reopen it, so here new record ID is available. If I zoom in, so you will be able to see new record ID is saved. This is for contact only. Now what we need to do, we need to do it for opportunity as well. So if I open opportunity element, this create record element, so again here I need to choose this option, manually assign variable. Then here we can create this new record ID variable. Not create, we can use this new record ID variable. So you can see the same variable we used in the create record element, the same variable we are using in this create opportunity element, and the same variable will be using in the create case element. So now it's time to open create case. If I zoom in, so manually assign variable, and here also I am just going to choose this new record ID. Okay, so this common variable, this one variable we have used in 3 different create record element. So now whatever record we are going to create, either it is contact or it is opportunity or it is case. So we already know any one path will be executed. So from that particular path, data will be stored in this new record ID variable, and that will be a record ID. Now what we can do, we can just close it. So now in these screens that we have created here for file upload, so we can remove all these screens, or what we can do, we can keep any one. So I'm removing this one, delete element. I'm removing this one, delete element. So from contact and case, I just removed that file upload screen. Now this is file upload for opportunity. I just opened it. I'm renaming it, so I can just rename it as file upload. Okay, here file upload element is already available. Now what we need to do, instead of this create opportunity, we need to just write new record ID. Okay, because this particular variable we have already created new record ID. So we have this related record ID, that is new record ID, which is stored here. Now from whatever path we are going to create new contact or new opportunity or new case, that newly created record ID will be available into this variable. So we are just populating this variable here. And if I click on done, so now we have this flow modified. So we have only one screen. Now what we need to do, we need to connect this create contact with this file upload screen, because after this create contact we need to reach to this file upload. So what you can do, see it carefully. You need to click on this plus icon, then we have connect to element, and then you can click on this plus sign on file upload. So this way it will be connected. Now here also you can click on plus, then connect to element, and then you can click on plus. So this path will also be connected here. So after contact information, create contact will be working, and then it will go to the file upload. Same will happen with the opportunity. So opportunity record information we are getting, opportunity record will be created, and then we are moving on to the file upload. Then similarly, case information we are going to receive, then case will be created and it will go to the file upload screen, right? So this way we can use only one file upload element to fulfill this. Okay, so I think this might be a new learning for many of you, and few of you already implemented, so it will be a kind of recap for you. And fault path I already explained in the last session. Okay, so I think you might have learned something new. Now if I go to the challenge, so now this particular starting part is already done. I just modified it little bit so that it can be optimized. Unnecessary element I removed. So now our flow is optimized. Now, next I want to show you how we can handle failed flows. So sometimes what will happen when you are going to use a flow, so it might fail. So for example, now I'm creating a new version for this flow, saving it. Okay, after saving, what I'm going to do, I'm going to open this opportunity, and here this stage I'm making as not required. Okay, so stage I'm not making as required. I'm clicking on done. Now again clicking on save. So this time what I'm going to do, I'm going to activate it. Okay, so on opportunity, stage is not required. So I'm going to show you like how we can handle the failed flows. Sometimes it happens like in real-time projects your flow failed. So how we can debug, like what got failed. So here I'm going to home page. I'm just checking where I actually placed this flow. Yeah, here it is. On account object, we have this object selection flow. So here I'm choosing opportunity, right? The moment I choose the opportunity, here I need to fill the name. So I'm naming it as test OPP 2203. Then I'm populating close date as 30th June, and stage is not required. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to populate stage here, and I'm clicking on next button, right? So I have not populated the stage. And now I'm going to upload a file. So it is done. Now I'm going to click on finish button. Okay, it is working. How this? Okay, default stage is selected automatically. So instead of stage, what I'm going to do, I'm making close date and name not required. So actually what happened, on stage default value automatically populated. That's why we didn't receive any error. So now name and close date also I didn't, I just marked not required. So I'm just clicking on done, saving as a new version. Now I'm going to activate it. So I'm going to show you like how we can check like if in our flow errors are there, so how we can debug it. So for that I need to make the flow in such, I need to implement flow in such a way so that it will fail. So I'm just trying to recreate that. So opportunity, then I'm not filling anything. I'm just clicking on next. Okay, you can see it is showing error. This error occurred when the flow tried to create record required field missing. Now, why we are able to see this? Because we have handled it. Okay, here in the flow we have fault path. So this error is coming through this this fault path that we have added. Okay, sometimes what happens when your flow fails, you see some technical error where this proper information will not be available. That also happens, and when that happens, when you don't use this fault path, okay, unhandled error occurs when you execute the flow. So in that case, when your flow fails, so what you can do, you can simply search for failed flow interviews, paused and failed flow interviews. So here if you go, you will check all flow interviews, no, failed flow interviews actually. So here you will be able to see if your flow is failing. Right now we handled this flow with the help of fault path. That is why it is not giving you any error. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just deleting this fault path. So I'm just clicking on delete connector. So here fault I'm removing. Okay, there is no fault path. I'm just removing it. Yeah, delete fault path. So for opportunity, we don't have any fault path now. So I'm again saving it as a new version. So due to fault path, we were not having any error, but now I'm going to recreate it. So I'm just clicking on activate, because sometimes what happens, we don't have fault path and if flow is failing. So we need to see what we can do, how we can identify that. So here I'm going to refresh. So I'm choosing opportunity, clicking on next. I'm not filling anything, clicking on next. So this type of error you might have seen a lot. An unhandled fault has occurred in this flow and nothing is displayed. Your flow is failing on runtime because you have not implemented any fault path. Right? Now how to see, what to check? So what you can do, you can in the setup under home, you can search for paused and failed flow interviews. Here you will see this list view where failed flows and paused flow interviews are available. You need to click on failed flow interviews. Once you click on failed flow interviews, let me refresh. So you will see this type of entry. Okay, right now on today's date, our object selection flow is failing. This 5 is flow version and then error detail, all the things are available. Now, if you want to see it carefully, so just click on this link, interview label. If you click on this link, okay, so here it will show you this type of error. So it is selecting the element from which error is coming. Then here you will see all the step-by-step execution. So it started with the object selection screen, then went to the decision, then through decision it selected opportunity. So opportunity information executed, then this create record element. Okay, this create record element is failing. Okay, now I hope you are able to see it clearly. This create record element is failing, and here we are able to see the error. Name and close date fields are missing. Stage is selecting automatically, prospecting default, but name and close date are not available, and that is why error is coming. So this is the way you can just search for the failed flows. Now if you fix it and you save it as a new version and activate, then it will be working fine. Okay, so from here, like failed flow interviews, you can just check. Let me see, we have this automation application. Let me check whether in this application also we can do something. Okay, so errored flows, I'm just checking. Now here we are not getting that information. It should be available here. Yeah, here it is. If you see this particular flow is failing, so under monitor section, you will be able to see it. Okay, so if you use this automation application under monitor, you will be able to see the error message. Okay, so I hope this way you are able to understand how we can handle the failed flows, and this is very important. If you are not having any fault path and if your flow fails, so through these ways you will be able to handle the errors. You will be able to see that. One more thing I want to add with this, like you will be receiving an email as well. So the user who has last modified the flow, that user will be receiving an email as well if any flow that is created or updated by that particular user. So through that email also we can fix. But suppose someone else modified the flow, you are testing and flow is failing, so how to do debugging? So for that we have this paused and failed flow interviews option, and in the automation app also under monitors tab you can see the errors and you will be able to debug it. Right? Now next is paused functionality. Okay, this is very important. So if you have flow where multiple screens are available and you want to pause that flow in between, so that when you have enough data you can come back and you can resume the flow and you can start from where like you paused that particular flow, that is possible. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to open setup. So in our challenge number 1, I created one flow where multiple screens I used. So I'm going to open that flow so that multiple screens I can pause. So I'm just checking that flow. I'm going to open it. So here multiple screens I created. Let it open. Yeah. Here we have multiple screen, opportunity information 1, opportunity information 2, then we have file upload. So these 3 screens are available. Now if you want to pause your flow in between, for example, opportunity 1 information you provided, but for opportunity information 2 screen you don't have enough data, you want to pause it in between. So that is possible. Okay, we can do that. Now what we are going to do, this I can close, this I can close, this also I'm closing. Now I need to check where I placed this flow. Let me check the home page. No, here it is not available. I think in service console I will be able to find. On service console home page I placed it. So I'm going to home page. Yes, here this flow is available. Now if I fill this information, so let's say opportunity on account. So test OPP2203, then close date and stage. So these information I'm filling. Then I'm clicking on next. Now here if you see in this flow, pause functionality is not available. Okay, pause functionality is not available. And if I show you the flow, so on screen we have this pause button, but pause functionality is not available. This button is not visible. So can you tell me how we can enable this pause button? This is a question to everybody. Can you please tell me like how we can enable? Just try to help me. We need to enable this pause functionality because pause button is not visible. At the time of configuration of the flow, it is there. When we configure the flow, button is there, but when we are executing it, we are testing it, that button is not available. So how we can do that? Just do let me know. Let's see how many of you know like how we can enable the pause button functionality. So we need to search for some setting. Okay, just guide me. And to be honest, don't use Google or Chat GPT. I know you can use it because I won't be able to monitor you, but I need honest answer. If you know, then please respond. And this is very important. I hope very less people observe this, like this pause button is not available. So do let me know from where we can have it. I'm just waiting for your responses. Okay, I like the honest answer. Code with LWC. Actually, that person is not knowing the answer. I like the honesty. Anybody else who is live attending the session and help me out? Okay, Anuradha is saying in page layout we have some component visibility. No, I don't think so. Zahra is saying maybe from object manager. No. Okay, so let me search for one option. So today everybody is going to learn something new. So in support setting, I'm going to search. No, I think in process automation setting. So we have process automation settings. So under process automation settings, we'll be having one option. So I'm going to search. Yeah, here we have this option. Let user pause flows. Okay, yeah, Signam, Ashok, you're right. Process automation we can enable. So let users pause flows when they need to wait for more information. Once you enable this setting, the pause button appears on every screen that has paused enabled. So we already have pause enabled, but on our screen it is not visible. So what we need to do, we need to enable this checkbox. Okay, let user pause flows. If you enable this checkbox, then your pause button will be visible. So I'm enabling this, clicking on the save button. So again, I'm repeating this I enabled from the process automation settings. Okay, so now moving here and I'm going to refresh the page so that pause button will be visible. I hope everybody learned something new today. You can see pause button is available here. Now I can fill the information. Okay, if I move to the next screen. So now suppose I don't know which account to select, what is the amount. Okay, I am not sure whether to upload a file or not. So I don't have enough information now. So what I can do, I can pause this flow. So I'm clicking on pause button. Now here it is asking me pause reason. So I can say I don't have enough information at the moment. Right? So I just filled all this information. Now I'm just clicking on OK. So here this message we are having, this flow interview is now paused. Okay. Now you might be thinking how we can check how many flows are paused, from where we can resume. So again, I want to ask this question to you. Can you tell me from where we can see the list of pause flows? I hope this everybody will be able to answer. I just want to listen from you. So just tell me from where we can see the paused flows. Yes, Madhuri, you were right for enabling the pause functionality. Okay, Kiran, you are asking, do we have any way to clone the existing flow? Yes, we have that option. Okay, we have that option, Kiran. And how you can do that? You can simply save as. Simply click on save as new flow. If you click on save as new flow, a new flow will be created. You can simply type name, and if you click on save button, so a copy of that flow will be created. That can be done. Yes, Anuradha, you are right. In the setup, what we need to do, we need to search for paused. So this we did right now. For failed flow, we already searched it. So the same option you need to search, paused and failed flow interviews. If you click on this link here, you will see. So we have both the option, failed and paused. If you click on paused flow, here it is. Okay, here it is showing all the information. Then if you click on this, it will take you that page. Okay, it will take you that page. No, just a second. I'm opening it again. Once I open it, so I will be able to see all the details about that flow. So you can review all this information. Now here we have this button, resume. If you click on this button, your flow will get resumed. Okay, and you are on the screen where you left. You pause the flow. So screen 1 is not there. Screen 2 we are starting. We need to fill amount and other information. And then we can click on next and then we can complete the process. So this is how you can pause your flow. And once your flow is paused, then you can resume it as well. And for resume, you need to go to that setting that we have gone through right now. So I'm just going to show you that again. So this is the option. We need to search for paused and failed flow interviews, and here you will be finding that. And once you resume, that will be removed from here. Okay, so it will be depending on you, like after resume you want to continue providing the information or not. Okay, but the entry will be removed from here. Okay, so I hope this information helped you a lot in understanding the pause functionality. And if you don't want to provide the pause functionality, what you need to do, open the screen, and in the footer of the screen, okay, in the footer of the screen, we have this configure footer option. Okay, we have this configure footer option. So here we can remove that. So we have finish button, we have previous button, we have pause button. So for pause button, we can choose hide. If you choose this hide option, your pause button will be hidden from the screen. Okay, and for pause confirmation, you can use the standard message or you can use the custom message. So all these operations you can customize, right? So it depends on the requirement, whether to have the pause button, whether to hide the pause button. And if you want to use the pause button, what will be the custom pause message? All those things you will be able to customize. Okay, code with LWC is asking if am I again pause flow. So again, it will be available in that list view. You can pause any flow any number of time. Yes, Sanket, after resume, we can again pause it because pause button will be there. So if pause button is there, so if you click on that button again, it will be paused. That is possible. Okay, now coming on to the challenge. So last part in today's challenge is how to use subflow. And that is also very important thing that you need to know, right? So I'm going to demo this functionality quickly. So we need to search for flows, and I'm going to open the flow that we created in the challenge number 2, because in challenge number 2, we are implementing multiple functionalities. So for example, this contact information or opportunity information or case information flow you have already implemented. So instead of creating screen and create record element here, what we can do, we can call the subflow here, right? We can call the subflow here, and based on that subflow, we can implement the further functionality, right? So what I'm going to do here, I already have this flow. I have this opportunity flow where opportunity information 1, opportunity information 2, create opportunity, then file upload. All these functionalities are already implemented. Now here, instead of doing this again, okay, instead of creating opportunity information screen, instead of creating this create opportunity element, instead of having this file upload screen, what I can do, I can use a subflow. Okay, I can use a subflow, and based on that subflow, this reuse, this repetition I don't need to do. Okay, I can reuse the functionality. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to remove. So I'm deleting this element. Okay, I cannot because this is already used. So from here, first of all, I am removing this element, unchecking it. So I'm deleting this element. Then I'm deleting this element. Okay, and this path I'm ending here only. So I disconnected it with this file upload because the flow which I'm going to call, that flow is already having subflow already configured, right? So right now this file upload will be working for contact and case. For opportunity, I am not going to implement anything because I already have a flow created. So what I'm going to do, I need to click on this plus sign, and here I have a button called subflow. Okay, I have an element. Okay, Sachin, for you case was not working. So after this implementation, I will test it out. So we'll test it for the case. So here what I'm going to do, I'm choosing subflow. Now here all the subflows are available. So our flow name is, let me check. So create opportunity on account. So I'm going to search it. Create opportunity on account. Okay, so this subflow I'm choosing. Now I need to provide a label for this. So I'm saying create opportunity. Okay, and this flow is associated here. Right now, what is the like hidden thing here in this create opportunity element, which is subflow? Here we are not having any account ID passed, because here what we have this account name. That is why we don't need a record ID. So in this case also, what we are going to do, we are calling that subflow. Now you need to decide whether this flow is relevant for this particular flow or not. So the other flow that we are already having, which is having a lookup element. So for this flow, what we need, we already have a record ID that we are fetching from the page, and we need to use that. Okay, so in that case, what you need to do, you need to little bit modify this flow. Instead of using this account lookup, you need to remove it from here. Okay, it is already used in create opportunity. So from create opportunity, I am removing that lookup. Okay, and from screen also I am removing this. Now here I need to create a record ID variable. So these minor changes we need to do. And here we need to have available for input, because this record ID variable will be receiving value from another flow. So I am going to show you from one flow how we can pass data to the another flow. And here in this, we need to have that account ID populated. So I just need to use account ID, and on right side, what I'm going to do, I am going to choose record ID. Okay, so this way both are mapped. Now what I'm going to do, I'm clicking on save as a new version. Okay, I'm going to activate it. Now if I go here, and this also I'm saving as a new version, so that whatever changes I did will be saved. Then I will refresh it. So I'm going to refresh it. So in that subflow, I will be passing the element. So you will see how from this flow I will be passing the element. So I just clicked on this create element. Now here, if you see, record ID is available. It is available for input. Okay, so this record ID is available for input. So what I'm going to do, enabling this button, and from this flow I can pass this record ID that we are receiving from the record page. Okay, so this record ID we are passing into that flow. So this way, two screen flows you can connect, and from one screen flow you can pass data to the another flow. And this is very important feature. Okay, so I hope now you are able to understand how, if we already have created a flow, so how we can connect both the flows, and how from one flow we can pass data to the another flow. That is possible. So I'm just saving it. Now I'm going to activate it. So Sachin is asking like his case creation is not working. So I'm going to try that. So I gave you the demonstration on subflow also. So this was the challenge, and if you get time, you can implement all these things. So this challenge is connected with the challenge number 1 and 2. Both the flows we reused in this hands-on challenge. Okay, so if you want to follow this 100 days hands-on challenge series, so you need to watch each and every session, because I will try to relate each and every session with one another, so that you will be able to understand more clearly, okay, how things can be modified. So I hope this much you understood. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to test the flow. So I'm refreshing the page, and okay, this is for create. I'm going to account, because that object selection flow is available on account. No, it is on sales application. I'm going to open sales application. So in sales application, I'm going to create a case so that I can test it out. So opening account record, here this flow is available. So Sachin, see it carefully. I'm going to test it. And before I create any record, I need to see there are two cases related. Okay, so I'm going to create one more case. Clicking on next. Now status I need to choose. I'm choosing new. Origin I'm choosing phone, and then I'm clicking on next. Now it is asking for file upload. So let me upload a file. Clicking on done, clicking on finish. Yeah, it is working for me, Sachin. Now there are total 3 cases available. So I think you can see the challenge number 1 once again and try to rebuild it, because since we are doing challenges, so these will be challenges for you. It's your responsibility to correct it out so that it will work fine. Shrivani, why I removed the lookup? Because from one flow we are passing the record ID. So we are not giving our user a leverage to select any account, because we have placed this object selection flow on particular account. So we have record ID for particular account, so that particular record ID we want to use. That is why I removed that lookup element from that flow. Okay, so I hope this answers your query. So I hope you are enjoying all these challenges. So I just want to hear some feedback from you, because this is week 2, challenge number 3. I want to know like what are your feedback about these challenge hands-on challenge series that I have started. So we'll be having 100 hands-on challenges. Initially I am explaining about the flows, then we'll pick trigger, integration, LWC, Omni Studio, lots of things I have planned for you. So total 100 sessions will be there. I just want to hear feedback from you. Okay, so if you can share some feedback about the series. So I just want to hear from you now. It's your turn. And if you want to learn Salesforce, admin development, agent force, business analyst, quality analyst, cybersecurity, AI ML, data analytics, so this is my website and email ID available. You can reach out to me. You can see all the courses which are available there. And this slide I included today only. Last week I didn't include, and I saw one of the comments, someone said like, can you have a thank you or like ending slide so that it can improve your UX user experience. So I think if you're watching now I take your feedback. So I just want to hear the feedback from you guys, because it will give me motivation. I also need motivation to do all these stuff, because every week 4 hours I'm investing free of cost for you guys. So I need your feedback so that I have some motivation. Okay, Anuradha, for you it is a refresher. Thank you for that. Yes, Swati, trigger questions will also be covered. Kanak is saying very helpful, refreshing my concepts again. Okay. Rajni is saying very informative session. I just want to hear from more folks. These are very limited feedbacks. If you can share more feedbacks, that will motivate me as well. Just share your feedback, anything that you want to advise to me. I hope you are liking the way I am running this hands-on challenge series. So I have planned lots of topics, but initially it will be related to flows, and then we'll have the coding related part as well. Thank you, Shiaz, for appreciating the efforts. Still, people are very, I would say, like conjuice. So you're not sharing your feedback. Do share the feedback. I would be happy to hear those. So I will just wait for a couple of more minutes. If you are sharing, I will take your feedback as a motivation for today. And if you are not sharing any feedback, so no problem. I will be coming live tomorrow same time 8 p.m. IST, and tomorrow we'll be having mock interview session. So it will be episode 2, and as you suggested to include some scenario based questions, so we have did that. We have already done that. So we'll be coming up. So Utkarsh will be there with me, and we'll be doing another mock interview session, so that you can prepare for your interviews by going through that. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you, Mayur. Thank you, Bhageshri. Thank you, Veera. Yes, Bhageshri, trigger will be coming. I am just going sequence by sequence. I'm not mixing the topic actually. So initially I will cover flows, and then we'll come up with the trigger part, because it will give you focus. Thank you, Durga Prasad. Thank you, Signam. Thank you, Anuradha. Okay, Siaz, thank you. So I think this is it for today. I will be connecting you tomorrow again. So thank you for joining this session live, and those who are joining, those who are watching the recording. So thanks to them as well. Thank you, Firaz. Yes, Zara, I will create some more scenarios. So tomorrow I will be bringing some new challenge in front of you, so that we can implement that together. And whenever you get time, so you can implement later on also. So it's up to you whether you implement together or later on. Okay, so thank you so much for joining today. See you tomorrow same time. Bye.